thought my little bookmark deserved a moment there because I think it's so cute. My aunt got that for me for my birthday. Welcome to my first YouTube video. Welcome to my first YouTube video. This is so cringe, but I think we'll not talk about how it's my first YouTube video. I'm not going to do a whole introductory thing right now because I don't want to do that, and I was really I kept putting off doing a YouTube video because I didn't know what to do, and I also don't have a camera. Yeah, I didn't think anyone would care about me going straight into talking about my favorite books and stuff, knowing you me. So I thought this would be fun because I'm on holidays now, so do a little week in my life on holidays with reading updates. I brought my books with me. I went kind of overboard. I brought my Kindle. I brought The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And I also brought The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren because it was giving beach read vibes, real holiday vacation vibes. And I want to feel like I am on holiday, but I want to feel like it's summer. I know it's March, but I'm in a sunny country and it's sunny. So I finished Unravel Me on my Kindle yesterday on the plane. That is, I think, my 4th time reading that book. And even if I recommend it and then you read it and you're going to be like, it's not actually that good, it's cringe. I know it's cringe, but I like it anyways. I don't know why. Just a real comfort read to me. It's a real wholesome. It's a single mum. I think that's what I love. I think that's my thing now, single parent. But it's a single mum who's really sweet and insecure, and it's a hockey player, so it's a hockey romance, and he's the goalie, golden boy, perfect man, but it's a hidden identity trope because she doesn't know he's famous, and then he hides that from her, but it's so good. It's just really comforting and wholesome to read, so I like that. And then I I've now read up to page 192 of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, starting part 3, 300 Years and 3 Words. And I was kind of getting nervous because it was moving really slowly for me, but I think that's because I don't like when it goes in between 2 time skips, and it's been doing that for the last 190 pages. For a long time I was like, where's the romance? Who was even the romantic interest? But yeah, now it's starting to get really interesting. The writing is so good, like proper writing. There's so many good quotes in it. There's that one that is a famous TikTok sound, and I didn't realize it was from this book. Books she has found are a way to live 1,000 lives or to find strength in a very long one. That is from this book. There's 2 other quotes I really liked early on. The world should be getting larger. The world should be getting larger. Instead, she feels it shrinking, tightening like chains around her limbs as the flat lines of her own body begin to curve out against it. And suddenly, the charcoal beneath her nails is unbecoming, as is the idea that she should choose her own company over Arnaud's or George's or any man who might have her. I was like, slay, giving feminist. No, Adeline has decided she would rather be a tree like Estelle. If she must grow roots, she would rather be left to flourish wild instead of pruned, would rather stand alone, allowed to grow beneath the open sky. Better that than firewood, cut down just to burn on someone else's hearth. The writing is just so good. And she has a way, even though, all that's been happening in the last 192 pages is her living through her life. We're going back and forth, so we're slowly kind of finding out more about the past and about her relationship with the guy who cursed her. But it's just interesting that all that's been happening is her living her life, but it's still interesting just because of the way she wrote it. I don't know, it's just really good so far. I need to put my Vaseline on. You'll learn I have a Vaseline addiction. now on page 386 of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I'm kind of getting scared. It was moving a bit slowly for me in the beginning, but that's because I don't really like books that go back and forth between two different times a lot, and that is this entire book. So if you don't like that, just be wary. The entire book is her going back and forth between the present and the past, and then once we start to get to know another character, we're then going back and forth between their present and the past, and kind of just like how this all came to fruition. So it is good in a way. Like, I like how things are being slowly revealed, and also things are just making more sense. Like, aspects of their personalities are making more sense because we see what they went through in the past. So yeah, I do think in this case I don't mind the going back and forth, but now I'm just nervous because we have this much of the book left, and like we kind of know everything that happened in the past now, but they are hinting to something in her past with another character in the book, that I'm guessing I know what it is, but we just haven't seen any of that yet. But I'm nervous for the rest of the book. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, so far so good, but obviously something's gonna happen, so I don't know. I have no idea how this is gonna end. I think, okay, and I'm afraid for that. Like, I'm scared for that to happen. I'm gonna just keep reading and see what happens. But I'm also gonna give you a haul of what I bought yesterday. I got these trousers from Bershka. I say so much, what the heck? First shop I went into was Hollister. I spent an hour there. I tried on so many things and really liked everything, but everything was kind of expensive. So I only was gonna get one thing in the end, and it was €6. And I signed up for an account and they put it down to €30, which was class. So cute. It's this little, like, it looks like a dress, but it's actually, there are shorts underneath. Then I'm actually moving to New York in June, and I need to get a job there, and I wanted to get work appropriate clothes that's also going to be appropriate for the heat. So I wanted to get a lot of these tops anyways, this style. I saw them online and I was just going to buy them, but I saw them in Stradivarius, so I just got them. So that denim one, I got it in this sage green, and then I also just got it in black. Oh my god, they smell like Stradivarius. It's so nice. Last but not least, I just got this kind of work appropriate dress, but also funeral appropriate dress, because I don't have any funeral clothes. If you're from Ireland, funerals are the fucking thing to do. My dad goes to funeral like every day. But this cute little like drop waist, so I thought that would be, I think, work appropriate. I don't know. I'm not gonna do any more reading right now, I don't think. I think I'm gonna chill. I start editing this video, maybe watch some YouTube and write some of my book. And yeah, I'll update you maybe tomorrow. I'm back from dinner. I read a little bit before I went, and there was a reveal, which I remember being like, oh, that's suspicious, and then I just forgot about. Let me see where I left off, because I left off at a really exciting part, and then I had to go for dinner. Guys, I'm just afraid of what's going to happen next. Like, a lot is going to change in this next chapter, I think, or in the next few chapters. I know, I'm really scared. I'm going to finish it tonight. How many pages do I have left? I'm actually afraid to look at the last page, but I have that much left. So I don't know how long that is. I think I'm going to try finish it tonight though, and I'm scared. I'm scared. don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I was like literally crying in the last few chapters because I was imagining all of the endings it could be. Like I was making up sad endings in my head. I literally wish it was one of those instead, because I can't believe they ended it like that. Like, why would you end it like that? Because of the ending, I was looking up, like, is there a book 2? There's not. There's not a book 2. There's not a novella. It's just ended like they decided to end it like that. I am annoyed at the ending, but I don't know what to rate it because I know it was an excellent book. Like, I know the writing was incredible, and like it would have taken so much work to do the character development throughout the different times, and like going back and forth and having it all come together like so perfectly where you understand the characters like really well. I just wish we got to see more of the romance between certain characters, and I just wish it didn't end like that. I'm gonna have to rate it a 4 stars. It didn't give me a 5-star feeling. I didn't like the ending, and I wish there was more romance in it, but it was like an excellent book. It was a really good book. I'm a little bit disappointed. Like I can't believe it ended like that. I can't get over it. It was a really good book. What do you mean? I would recommend this book to like normal people, or people who aren't into like real romancy books. I think you could recommend this to anyone. I am slightly disappointed. Like I really thought that this was a romance book, but it was not. It was not. I misthought. I was giving false information. But it also kind of gets you thinking about like life and the meaning of life, and like putting a mark in the world and being remembered, and if you think that's important or if you don't. But yeah, it was a good book. Just chill, I think, for the rest of the day, and we'll probably go for dinner later. I might write some of my own book. Reading this book, I'm like, oh, my book's gonna be shit. I'll read some books and I'm like, I could do this, and then reading this book I'm like, I could never be this genius. Like it was just so well written and organized, and like it would have taken so long and such hard work to do this, and also just genius. 4 stars. 4 stars. Feeling wise 3.5. Writing wise 5 stars, so I'm gonna give it a 4 stars. The On Honeymooners by Christina Lauren. Olive's twin sister, the FMC's twin sister, is getting married, and she hates the husband's or the groom's brother, who is one of the groomsmen. Everyone at the wedding ends up getting food poisoning apart from her and him, and the honeymoon is non-refundable, so then they have to go. It's forced proximity, but it's also fake dating because they have to keep up the ruse that they're actually married. Did I love the characters in the story? Not really. Like I liked it in the beginning, the trope that it's like not actual real enemies, and it's like they think they hate each other kind of thing. It's really cute when they're on the honeymoon and they're doing all these like activities and stuff together, and like realizing that they get on like really well. There are some things I didn't like about it. For example, his ex is at the resort that they're in, and I don't know, it's like the author was kind of targeting the ex's insecurity about an aspect of her body, and they were kind of like giggling and laughing about it, and I was like, I don't really fuck with that. Like it was giving pick me, like that's what it was giving. Also what's the word called? Not fight, the conflict. The conflict, I did not like his attitude. I did not like his whole stance in the conflict at all. Like an Allywood Hazelwood man would never. There wasn't really enough groveling. Reconciliation was kind of just cringe to me. Like, why are you doing that? I liked like the ending of the book. Overall, I think I'd give it a 2.5/3 star. like I enjoyed it. There was just like aspects I didn't like too. And I think I would read more of her books. Love in Other Words is supposed to be a really famous book of hers, and I have that on my TBR, so I'm still going to read that. It was still a good book. I still enjoyed it. So it was such a stark difference, even though like The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue is like a far-fetched book, like it's a fantasy with magical systems. I felt like the beginning of this was more far-fetched, where everyone got food poisoning at the wedding and were like projectile vomiting. Like it was such a stark difference in the writing and like the kind of gimmickiness of a romance book. But yeah, I'm not going to start another book tonight because Fearless by Lauren Roberts comes out tomorrow, so I'm going to get that on Kindle tomorrow and start reading that, and I feel like I will devour that quickly. I'm excited for that book, but also scared. Like it could really go either way. So I didn't speak to you since Wednesday, was that day on the beach, because I was sitting on the beach. I was planning to start Fearless Wednesday night. Then I was sitting on the beach, and basically I'm moving to New York in 2 months, so in June, less than 2 months now. And I don't need to get a job before I go, but I'd love to just like get that out of the way. So I've been applying for like a load of jobs that like are within my degree, because it has to be within my degree for like my visa. And I found this job that I really, really liked, and I got an email. This is the only place that got back to me, by the way, as well. Like I wasn't really expecting places to come back to me, but this was like my top place or job. And I literally stopped applying for other jobs because I was like, I want this job. I was buying clothes with this job in mind, like office clothes that you saw in my haul, with this job in mind, being like corporate girly in New York. And I was like, I'm manifesting this job. Then I got the email being like, can we have you for an interview? And I was like, perfect, yes. Came home that night, didn't read Fearless either, or obviously I didn't like have time to start, and I just like prepared for the interview. I start the interview, I'm like, okay, this is going really well. I'm talking for like, he's telling me about the company first, and then I'm yapping for ages. We're like 25 minutes in or something, and then he starts asking me about my visa, and I was like, okay, slay, like you don't have to worry about that. I'm doing the whole visa process myself. I'm doing a J1 graduate visa, which if you just graduated from a course in Ireland, I don't know if it's within Europe as well, but in Ireland anyway, if you graduated within a year of you graduating, you can go to America on a J1 graduate visa where you work there for a year within your job degree of what you study. The company I'm working for doesn't need to do anything at all. I'm taking care of that myself. So I was like, yeah, slay, don't worry, like I'm doing all that. And then, and also, can I just say, this is a fellowship. This isn't a job, this is a fellowship, which is like an internship, because technically we're supposed to do internships only, or like learning roles. And it's a fellowship, and it's only 6 months where I can work there for a year. I was like, yeah, no problem. Like, yeah, I can work there for the year. So 6 months done. And then he was like, oh, well, basically with our fellowships, we'd be like training our fellows to then stay on in our company. And I was like, oh, right, okay. And I was like, oh, well, my thing is, 12 months, so I could do the entire fellowship and then I'd be able to work for 6 months afterwards. And then he was basically just like, yeah, well, we were kind of hoping to train our fellows so then they could just like work in our company. Silence. I'm like, is that it? Like, okay, like just say what you're trying to say. So then I kind of had to spell it out for him to be like, yeah. So I was like, okay, so you're like looking for more people like long term. So this could have been an email. So this whole interview was for nothing. Like, you literally could have just emailed me, can you please be clear about your what your visa is, which I already did in my cover letter. I was already clear, taking care of it myself. I'm eligible to work in the US for 12 months. And I'd be there for the entire 6-month fellowship. That's all this role was. And I would commit to working for them 6 months afterwards, even though the other fellows, they could just do the 6 months and then fuck off. Do you know? Anyway, so I got excited over nothing. I did not get the job. But I was really like, what a waste of time. I was so anxious for what? Like, you could have emailed me this. Anyways, I got back to applying to jobs real quick. But yeah, I did not start Fearless that day or the next day or today. What day is it today? It's Friday today. I might start it later. We will see. And then I think that would be good if I started later though, because I'm going home tomorrow. So then I could continue like when I'm on the bus and then on the train, and then I'll be back in Dublin. And then I'm gonna have to finish this video there. Do I finish it here or there? Okay, I think this is gonna be my last talking piece. And then my next few clips are gonna be me reading Fearless if I start it. I don't know if I'll do a clip in Dublin or not. If I don't, thanks for watching. And I'm really sorry that this was a bad video. This is my first one, so let's not be too hard on me.